Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises to our God, Yahweh, Hashem Shai, Hashem Kakarash. Call Halalim and Yahweh, Hashem Shai, Hashem Kakarash. That's in the ancient Hebrew, saying all praises to Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, the world, ignorantly called Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, for the world, ignorantly called Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and his son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give double honors unto elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the brothers and Modi, pushing this word in sincerity and showed to all I believe of this gospel. Shalom. Brothers are from Camp Junius, Jamaica, and this lesson, that's going to be a quick one. Short, but yeah. A lesson on, as you can see, the topic here. Remember, we are on punishment, which basically what you delivered video here, or the Zach. And let's see, his channel name is The Beauty of Understanding the Will of the Lord. And let's see, his channel name is GMS Inspiration and Motivation. You can subscribe. And, within this lesson, the brother was going into well, basically going into the fact that we understand the will of the Most High, just written understanding what the will of the Most High is. But at one point in the video, he mentioned about us, we're on punishment, you know, and that's why it's skillfully around to that laws when this being edified unto you like, as here we're in the land of our captivity, you know, suffering under the curses. So to go to the book of let's get a real quick Daniel 9 and 11. It says, Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey, thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, on the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, because we have sinned against him. So the curses, where we're suffering that right now, we're under the punishment because we transgressed the laws. And here now, in the land of our captivity, we turn back to the Most High, as the scripture said, remember to turn the captivity of us, and then scripture said the cup going to turn onto Esau, where it's a transition process. You know, we're still yet this as written, we're yet this still in our captivity. And his brother was going into we have issues dealing with. And I was thinking along the line of also the fact that, hey, we're not supposed to get, we call it now, well, for lack of a better term, the best of both worlds. You know, coming to the Most High, it's written, also, not on deck. It's not gonna be an easy road, and we're still being punished. So we're not gonna always be smiling. You know, we're not gonna always get what we desire, get what we want, because again, we're in a punishment. Yeah, we are seek the Most High now, but we're still being punished. Yeah, so we're still at a time where we're still when we would not be glorified to that degree, and the Saddam said that to that degree because just so I get fame, but that's to a degree. So don't expect you see things supposed to always go right. That's impossible. I'm just going right with me like going in our favor. We're not gonna always get what we want, right? It's just with food and remedy, let us be there with content. Sometimes we're gonna maybe have a low paying job or a not so perfect job or not so job we desire. And if we get a job we desire, maybe we have ailments, bodily ailments, or maybe if you have a woman he is in trouble in the flesh, or maybe brothers just not done. Right? But the point is that we will not be missing comfort. We're not finding full comfort here. The only comfort that we have here is the word, which that's necessary. Right? So this is Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12. And he hath forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him, which we're going under. We're basically getting punished right now. It's written, as many as I love. I think that's our resolution. Just to the point, Revelation 3, verse 19, as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. So, and so we tell about let me see, oh, I see, like, but he said, we basically being punished right now is because we're son and him chasing. All right, so we're supposed to what? Be zealous, therefore, and repent. That means say, well, oh, me should get lick up me, I try to do you right now. And it's the wrong mindset to have. Where he will were the apostle to Tyre said, and that apostles and say, them give them testimony when first hear it. Well, basically, we're supposed to love to suffer because that's essential. That's going to come with this truth. Right? It's a part of it, yo. So going back to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6 says, for whom the Lord loveth he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, Yahweh will deal with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, wherefore all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection to the Father of spirits and live? For they, verily, for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure. But he for profit, because we're going off and we needed that correction to basically going straight, right? Is the word I always say there's the quote when you forgot your lesson learned through pain is one art not easily forgotten. It's true, so the most that they have to take with through this process, for understand. And that's true understanding when we basically experience it. As scripture said, what thine own wickedness shall correct thee. So now we have go through the consequences of going against the laws, which are part of our punishment, right? Until the Most High see it fit to lift us out. So yeah, we're going to go through hardship, we're going to go through pain, as is written. I think I got that as well. All right. Scripture say, in the world we shall have tribulation, and we shall weep and lament. This is necessary. It's a refining process. Right, because we'll go off. So if we go through, as the scripture say, might bring every son under the rod. It says that we might be partakers of his holiness. Because in the day what is all for betterment, as written all things are for the good of them who love the Most High. Verse 11. No chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. So when I get it, smile and dandy. Roses and daisies, walk to the park. No, it's a rough terrain, Should be saying the end of the straight gate. Difficult. Fire on one side and great water on the other side. On one narrow part between them both. That's the river of Chad. It says, nevertheless, afterward did he let the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down, and the feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. Right? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 31. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, that we should not be condemned with the world, because there's a great condemnation coming, destruction coming, and we desire to be saved from it. But in order to be saved from it, we have to be corrected. So the Most High correct us with measure, correct us through the fire, through the furnace of adversity. As we go here in the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So we're going to go through the fire, go through the trial. My part of the temptation is basically knowing the right from wrong, and when have certain resources to a disposal, but still, as there's a quote from the movie The Last Knights, Morgan Freeman said, what the wounds of honor are self-inflicted. And the scripture says when we go to the book of First Peter 4. Yeah. First Peter 4 verse 1, for as much then as Yahushua had suffered for us in the flesh, harm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that had suffered in the flesh had ceased from sin, right? And since all the transgression of the law, so no one know the right thing. We fight against the flesh, and fighting against the flesh is an everyday thing, you know. Sometimes we lose, you know. Which you say, what a righteous man falleth seven times and get back up. And it's word seven, I mean literal 7 years, it's a completion of time. It's all about continuing fighting. All right. But we're going to suffer. That's what we're here for, to suffer, to fight. Right, so when we come to the most of it, prepare yourself for that, like for example, being not having money, you see me, or disposable funds, right? But guess what? It's not like we can do a million hour overtime because we need to what have time for this truth, this ministry, right? Study, do lessons, link up with brothers, go road, right? So we now have the best jobs because the best jobs might make us not be available. Now will be the best we call it MVP for your family members, right? But all of that here is what? The temptation. Or see if we ever step away from the truth basically whenever basically forget. Anything else I did. So shall I say is the way, the truth, and the life. And the only way to actually really get off or whatever we want, as written, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto thee. Because the scripture said, he that seek to save his life shall lose it. And he that loses his life for the son of man's sake shall find it. Yahweh shall give us back. But this world, it basically pulled to the flesh and turn into the Most High. Really, he that turn from evil, make himself a prey. So people, will basically be the man with grow beard, you know. We need a flashy lifestyle. So, be the man or woman flock to like that. Because again, the world shows something different. Or you have to be like some niggas, right? So it's like a temptation, it's a trial. You stay up on the right path, right? And all of that is because we went up, because the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna have everything. Woman, wealth, fame, power. And for me, one of the most important things is just to be righteous. It says, set that art aright and constantly endure. So about constantly endure, constantly toughen it out. Like a soldier is written, right? It says, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low state, because we won't get placed in those lower states, because again, we're being punished. And part of the punishment is basically the fire we are going through, the trial, the test of our fidelity for really repenting, really turn to power, will be proven. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace for adversity. That's it, Right, and this year we have started with verse 28, but the whole chapter is good, So let's read through real quick. It's John 16, verse 1. And this is when Yahushua was about to leave disciples, before him get crucified. Where it was basically like, I cut now, and this and that will take place, and they were sorrowful, which scripture going to go into it. This is John 16, verse 1. These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service. So people going to turn against you, and they're going to think they will do the right thing. But all of that happened because what we transgressed. As even like for example in the example, the reason why a woman can cheat on we and give upon her, basically be a kind of menace to us, is to say, "Oh, wife shall be an harlot in the street." Why? Because it's a punishment, because we had been an harlot to the Most High. So no, do see one medicine. So when we see the Israelite woman acting up, it's just a significant we kind of it's like a display of what how we did or we were. So we have a bear that indignation is written out, bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against him. And so I'll bear the punishment. It's not an easy thing, it's not joyous, it's grievous, but it's a prayer for the strength to endure, right? It says, and these things will they do unto you because they have not known the Father nor me. But these things have I told you, that when the time shall come, ye may remember that I told you of them. And these things I said not unto you at the beginning, because I was with you. But now I go my way to him that sent me, and none of you asked me whither those go, whither goest thou, sorry. But because I have said these things unto you, sorrow hath filled your heart. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth. It is expedient for me that I go away. For if I go not away, the Comforter will not come unto you. But if I depart, I will send him unto you, which the Comforter is the word. Right? What's that? First Thessalonians 4, I think the 17, the last verse. Comforting one of these with these words, which is scripture about Thursday, is the spirit of truth. And St. John 17 and 17, sanctify them through thy word is truth. So we get a hope, we get understanding, we give us comfort. The scripture said, ye shall know the truth, and truth shall make you free. So it's comforting. It says, and when he is come, he will reprove the world of sin, and of righteousness, and of judgment, of sin, because they believe not on me, of righteousness, because I go to my Father, and ye see me no more, of judgment, because the prince of this world is judged. Going back to the devil, you know, getting them judgment, proving them. To the Spirit and prophet abortion or shy. I have yet many things to say unto you, but ye cannot bear them now. Albeit when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. So it's all been said, the apostles have been saying it, but 100% truth. And again, if you don't have 100% truth, you teach lies. Why would you teach lie? It says, for he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will shew you things to come. So under the prophecies, it says, he shall glorify me, for he shall receive of mine, and shall shew it unto you. All these that the Father are mine, therefore said I, that he shall take of mine, and shall shew it unto you. A little while, and he shall not see me, and again a little while, and he shall see me, because I go to the Father. Then said some of his disciples among themselves, what is this that he said unto us, a little while, and he shall not see me, and again a little while, and he shall see me, and because I go to the Father? They said, therefore, what is this that he said a little while? We cannot tell what he said. Now Yahushua knew that they were desirous to ask him, and said unto them, do we inquire among yourselves of that I said, a little while, and ye shall not see me, and again a little while, and ye shall see me? Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. Because we're being punished right now. When Yahweh shall return, Yahweh punishment is up, and he's going to deliver his hopeful elect, which will be a part of that. And that's it. The scripture said, the Most High wipe away all tears from our eyes, and they shall be what? No more curse, no more punishment done. But currently, we're still under it. We're not under the new covenant as yet. The new body is the establishment of the new covenant, say that's it. It says, a woman when she is in travail and sorrow, because her hour is come. But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembered no more the anguish for joy that the man is born into the world. And he know therefore of sorrow, but I'll see you again, and your heart shall rejoice, and your joy no man take it from you. Right. I'm going to skip down to the point. Verse 33 says, these things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, or we have peace now shine in the basically faith, having hope that this punishment is coming to an end soon. He's going to return and deliver us. says, and the world he shall have, sorry, in the world he shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. You know, and it's so that. Yeah, so hope here, but currently we're still being punished, so we have to bear it in mind. So we're not gonna always have things as we want. We're going to have those low comments, so to speak, those down times, which is necessary, right? To keep us we kind of keep us humble, as scripture tell Paul said, in get a what a thorn in the flesh. Keep him humble. Right, so that what we says is edifying thing like out there. Giving all praise to a boy, how about Shema Shai or Shema Kankadash. The abundance and to our elders and apostles appeared in the stone. And shalom to the full life. Shalom.